Good afternoon, folks. My name is Sam Wood. I work with Modest3D Media Inc. here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. We're so happy to have you join us today on this experience or going through our Xplorer program with you during the ILRN event. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. So what I wanted to do to start off is I wanted to show you how we enter into Xplorer and how we kind of go through the process of creating an account. After we create the account, what I'm going to do is from there I want to, if you would like to follow along with me in creating an account, I can actually invite you into our virtual world if that's something that you would like to partake in. But we're going to go through one of our lessons or our VR lessons inside of Xplorer. So just give me one quick moment here. Now I'm going to head on over just to show you the registration process. So as you can see, we're very excited about being here today to share with you during the ILRN event. It's an absolute pleasure, and thank you for joining us, and thank you to ILRN for having us here as well. And shortly you're going to meet my colleagues Brandon and Laura. I'd like to thank them for joining us as well today as we go through this. So if you're interested in joining us, you can actually head over to our website for Xplorer. It's called Xplorer.studio. So that's without the E, of course. So Xplorer.studio. You're going to land right on this website. It's going to give you an idea here in this main video that you're going to see right away of creating your Xplorer presentations. Xplorer, you can bring it right onto your computer. You can bring in the models. These can be models that you've made, models that you found online, perhaps pre-existing models that have been given to you. So as you can see, there's numerous things that you can do inside of Xplorer. And this one right here that you're seeing on the Plane Engine is the expansion, and they're preparing that lesson in this quick video here. So if you're interested in joining us in the lesson or creating your very first Xplorer account or downloading Xplorer maybe to try a little bit later, what you can do right on the main page here, you can head up here to get started. And so if you're ready to get started, it asks you right away, it asks you to head over to our kind of home website, our registration website to create your very first Modest3D account. So if you go here, try it for free, what's going to happen is it's going to bring up a registration for you. And you're going to be able, from here, you're going to enter in an email address and a password, and you're going to go ahead and sign in. So this is if you have a pre-existing account. If not, you're going to go down here to create account, and you're going to create your very first Modest3D account. So very simple. You're going to need your email, your first name, our first and last name, sorry, username. So this will actually autofill. So I'll just give you an idea here myself. So modest3d.com. You're going to see that the username will actually autofill using the first portion of your email address. You'll enter in your name here, and you're going to choose a secure password. So what this means is it would need at least one uppercase, one lowercase, a number, and a non-alphanumerical symbol. So that's like an exclamation mark, the pound symbol, a percentage symbol, money symbol, whatever you like to use, but it can't be a letter or a number. By clicking sign up, you're also agreeing to the user agreement, privacy policy, and cookie policy, which are all linked from this site here. And then, of course, we need to make sure you're not a robot. So you need to complete a CAPTCHA code. So generally, as I'm in the office, it knows where I am. So generally what you'll have to do, and I'm sure you're all used to it, picking the 3 tractors out of 9 pictures that aren't tractors. So you're going to go ahead, sign up. You're going to get an email to your email address. It is going to ask you to confirm your email through just a very simple process. And so you'll just go ahead and check your email and follow the following steps. Unfortunately, I already have an account, so I can't go the whole way there with you, but very simple. Just wait for that secondary email, and you'll be able to be confirmed into the into Distantly. So what's going to happen, or sorry, not distantly, my apologies, Xplorer. So what's going to happen is it's going to bring you to, after you log in with your account, so I am just going to go back here just to give you an idea. So after you log into your account, it's going to bring you to this next page here. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see all of our the apps that are available from once you've logged in. So you're going to see Portal, you're going to see Xplorer, you're going to see Leaf and Distantly. The two we are concerned about for today inside of this ILRN demonstration is, of course, two on the left. So you have Portal and Xplorer. So what these are is Portal is kind of your asset manager, as we like to call it, or kind of the hub for all of your all of the software that Modest3D offers. So inside of Portal, this is if you were creating your own lesson, this is where you're going to upload your videos or your pictures, your models. You're going to put that all inside of Portal, and from there you're going to be able to go into lesson creation, launching your lesson, and so Portal's kind of your main hub, or I guess the name kind of covers it itself, is your portal for all of the things related to Modest3D software, such as Xplorer. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download Portal, and you're going to want to download Xplorer so that you can launch the lesson or log in to join us if there's something that interests you, or if you want to just download Portal, bring in your assets and try it yourself, you're going to need to download Xplorer as well. If you download Portal first, you can actually download Xplorer directly from inside of Portal, which is very nice, but you can do it both from here right away. So what I wanted to do now, I do have, I believe, Laura is inside of the chat with us, and so if you have decided to download or create an account and download Xplorer, please let Laura, please let myself, I'll be in the chat as well, please let myself or Laura know, and what we can do, we can go ahead and invite you in to the lesson that we're about to present. So I'm actually going to be presenting this lesson in virtual reality. I have a headset here, show you guys real quick. So I have a headset here that I'm going to be wearing. I'm going to be using the hand tablets with it as well. And I'm going to go over into Xplorer now to give you your first view of Xplorer. There we go. So right away you're going to see a car, and I'm going to go ahead and put this headset on. So right away, here with the headset, I need to find my hand. So you're going to see I am seeing actually the controller that I'm holding physically is showing up in this virtual world. So I'm going to take my first look around just to show you guys of where we are. We are sitting in front, or standing in front of a Tesla Model X. And we're just going to go through a couple of slides here just to see how much you know about the Tesla Model X. But first, let's take continue looking around here. And immediately, you're going to see my colleague Laura right over here. And her avatar is a little drone. I'm going to actually move up just a little bit closer just to give you a quick view here. So you can see the detail inside of virtual reality. You can see that. And over here, zooming around, we have Brandon as well with us today, and he has the drone as well. So these are customizable, as you can see the colors. You can, however you feel that day, you can design how you'd like to look. So Brandon's blue and green, and I think there's a little bit of gold in there, or yellow. And we have Laura over here, black and gold as well, very shiny. I can see the glimmer from here. We'll continue to look around, and you'll see there's other drones around. This kind of gives you the idea of looking around in the virtual space. And so you might have noticed I moved a little bit closer to Laura, so you can move around in here. And the nice thing about Xplorer is I'm using virtual reality right now, but Xplorer is cross-platform. It's available on PC, mobile, that's both Android and an iPhone, tablet, computer, whatever you'd like to use. So it's not necessary to be in VR. I will tell you that it's a very immersive experience in VR to stand and look around and to be able to see everything kind of right in front of your face. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a tour of the area. I'm going to move right over here really quick, and you're going to see we're actually in a big area here. I want to move out just to show you how big some of the environments are inside of Xplorer here. So you can see I was in a small area right over here by where Brandon, you can see Brandon off in the distance and Laura there. So you can see how big and large you can make these immersive areas and these immersive environments. So I'm going to head back over to join my colleagues, and I want to just give you a quick walkthrough here. So, oh, in some trouble. Oh, she's taking a picture. So you can see the possibilities are limitless inside of Xplorer of the things that are possible. So I just wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of the Tesla's Model X. So this is a lesson that we have created inside of Xplorer. There's inside of this area here, how it operates is, I'll do a quick walk around here. You can see Laura's going out the other way already. But I'm going to do a quick walk around of the area, but we're going to go through the Tesla Model X here first. So really interesting. So let's see how much you know about the Tesla Model X. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and just take a couple of steps back here before we get going. So we're going to go ahead and start our quiz. So you're going to notice down here on the bottom that we have a taskbar. This is actually, you can open and close this. So I don't need to have it open. I can have it open if I'd like, and it'll actually stay in one place wherever I open it. So if I close it, it's going to open over here, and I can go back over here. So I'm going to open it right here, maybe a little bit lower, just so we can see the Tesla Model X all good. And if I take a look right over here in my bar, I'm going to have a few different things. I'm going to have interact, grab, draw. I'm going to have free draw, which is kind of allows me to circle things. I'm going to have beacon, which kind of puts a point on inside of the lesson for my colleagues to come join me. And then if they don't see the beacon, I always have group teleport. So let's bring Laura and Matt back over here really quickly. I do have several different options. I can put them in a line, I can put them in a circle around me, and as well I can kind of put them in a curved direction. So let's go with group teleport. And you're going to see the circle shows up on the floor around me in yellow. And I'm going to go ahead, and I have Brandon, and I have Laura. So they're back. They're over here with me now inside of the lesson. We can go ahead and keep and go on with the lesson, because one thing when you're in a virtual environment, and don't get me wrong, I'm always the first person to do this. It's fun to fly around. It's fun to see how far away you can go. It's fun to go up underneath of the floor and up on top of where you saw the big X with all the moving pieces. It's fun to go and explore those things and see inside of the virtual reality itself, to take a look around, because it's a truly immersive experience where you can actually, it's not like a TV, you can actually go in and be inside of there to experience that firsthand and to see the technology that's being used to bring this onto your computer, onto your phone, into virtual reality, whatever you'd like. So we're going to go ahead and start the quiz here. I'm just going to move to our next slide. Oh, answer 1. So, I jumped ahead. Don't cheat, anybody. So question 1, here we go. Click to view. I'm going to close this really quickly. So question 1, we are going to go ahead here. Oh, my apologies, I'm okay, sorry about that. So question 1, I'm just actually going to move ahead here a little bit. So question 1, click to view. Sorry about that, folks. I apologize. we'll just move ahead here to question 2. So question 2. Now it's behind me. There we go. I'm a little tall here. So question 2. Question 2, right in front of me. Sorry about that, folks. Here, it popped up finally. So where is the power source, the engine for the Tesla Model X? So, if you know, you can go ahead and write it in the chat now. If not, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I will show you where the power source is for the Tesla Model X. So I'm going to go ahead and close that really quickly here. Use the grab tool to select and then move objects. So I will go ahead here and move to the answer. So the engine would be here at the front of the car. And so I can actually come up here and experience see the answer or experience the car firsthand myself. So as I come up here and take a look, I can actually move directly in myself into the car. And if I wanted to actually, with the controls inside of Xplorer, I'm going to bring up that menu as I was talking about earlier and come right over here. And you're going to see up at the top I have this really fancy tool called Grab. I want to bring that on. I'm going to close my menu. I'm going to close this one. And I can actually, you'll see it's highlighted here. I can pull this and I can actually start taking apart the car myself. So I'm standing in front of the car at the moment myself. I'm taking a look into the car. I've removed components of the car myself. If I wanted to go a little further, I can actually bring this piece out myself. I can move that right over there. If I wanted to remove the pieces to show my colleagues that are inside of this with me, I can do that as well. So I can actually slowly take apart the car piece by piece and move it all right over here. But the nice thing about while I'm taking apart the car piece by piece is I don't have to put it back together, because if you asked me to do that right now, I would have no idea. So what I'm going to do to bring this back is I am going to click once, and you're going to see everything's going to move back into place. So we kind of skipped ahead there really quickly. We're going to go to question 3. So question 3 is actually a multiple choice. So where are we here? Should have a question 3. Okay, so question 3 is where is the on the sides of the car? Where is the electric components of the model of the Tesla X? So if you're familiar with Tesla, you're going to know this one already. If you're not familiar with Tesla, this is actually a very interesting question. So question 3 is about where is the electricity stored, as Tesla is, of course, everybody knows by now, the electric car. So where is the battery component, or where's the energy stored inside of the Tesla? So we have A, in the trunk, B, along the sides of the car, C, along the bottom inside of the car, or D, in the wheels. Now the wheels move, so that's actually a pretty good idea, but I'm going to tell you right now it's not the wheels. I'm going to narrow it down to 3 for you. And so when I move ahead, you're actually going to, Brandon over here thinks it is in the front of the vehicle. As you saw, Brandon actually just highlighted one of the components of the vehicle themselves. That is one of the features or one of the things that your participants inside of a lesson are able to do. They have the capabilities to highlight different items on the vehicle, as we'll see throughout the presentation. So I'm going to move ahead to the next slide here, and you're going to see that it is along the bottom inside of the car. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to come up here and we're going to take a look closely at the vehicle. So this item right down here along the bottom of the car is the battery. It's where the electricity is stored for the Tesla X. Now Brandon has, I think, or one of my colleagues has gone ahead here and they've actually highlighted the item for us to take a look at. So what you're seeing here is we have expanded the car. So there is a few different available options inside of Xplorer to expand the vehicle, and it doesn't need to be up or down. I can shoot the car way out this way here if I wanted to, but this is how we have it set up for the presentation. So if I wanted to draw attention myself to the battery pack, I can actually go into my menu right over here on the right hand side of the screen. And I can go up here to highlight. So if I wanted to highlight the item, I'll go ahead and drop that down there. I can come right over here and I can highlight the item myself. I apologize here, folks. There we go. So I've gone ahead and highlighted the item. So now for my colleagues Brandon, for my colleagues Laura, they're actually going to see this show up on their screen as yellow. So they're going to be able to, as I make changes in real time, they're going to be able to see that on their end as well. So this is one of the unique features inside of Xplorer that for interaction. So what I want to do now, I just wanted to double check the chat just to see if anybody was interested in joining us, so I can bring you in for a quick kind of guided tour. Let's take a look here, folks. Again, thank you so much for joining us here today. Apologies. Alrighty, so we are going to dive back into Xplorer here. There's just a few more things that I would like to show you inside of Xplorer while we're here. So as I showed you a little bit earlier, we don't necessarily need to put a car back together, thankfully. So that's one of the huge benefits of Xplorer. Taking apart something that doesn't require any downtime or maintenance. So if I wanted to take apart a Tesla car like this, I would need to ask Elon Musk very nicely, or I would need to know somebody that was a very good friend, but I still doubt they'd let me do this. So the nice thing about doing this in a virtual environment is you're not, there's no downtime for an item. It's a safe alternative to taking apart the real thing, especially for me, because I would not be able to put this back together. So I'm going to go ahead here to the next question, which is part 2. Where are we here? I apologize, folks. I'm going to move back over here really quickly, just so we can see the questions easily. And the answer, which we covered, is along the bottom of the car. And so question 4. And we're just going to move here. So this is about the battery placement. So the battery placement allows for the Model X to have a low center of gravity. This unique center of gravity prevents the car from rolling in the event of an accident. So on top of providing the electricity for the car to move, it's also providing kind of a weight for the car. So it's not top heavy or heavy in a certain area. It's bottom heavy, so yes, it does prevent the car from rolling in the event of an accident. Let's see here. And so what we're going to do now, we're going to move ahead here to question 5. And so you can see my colleague, one of the things for attendees is they do get this X-ray, or the laser pointer feature. So it's helpful as you go through if you wanted to encourage people to ask questions. So if I see this highlighted item here, and I can say, I'm not 100% sure who might have highlighted that. I can ask my question. And so one of the things that you might have seen when I bring up this menu is up in the top right-hand corner right here. There is a little microphone icon. So this actually allows me to chat back and forth with my colleagues inside of the lesson. And this doesn't, again, it's not necessarily colleagues, but perhaps separated by distance. I work for Tesla and I'd like to show off this car, but the closest dealership is 10 hours away. I can actually come into this lesson to show a full walkthrough of the vehicle. Obviously, we can't do the test drive, but we can be more familiarized with the vehicle. So if I go right up here and I trigger here and I go, hi, good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today? What's going to happen is over on their side, they're going to hear that and they'll be able to reply. Of course, with the stream, there might be a little bit of a delay here. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to bring you into... Oh, there's Brandon. I told you with this stream there's going to be a little bit of a delay. Don't worry about that. So question number 6 is to try exploring the expanded car to get a better look. And so that's one of the nice things about Xplorer, as I mentioned, is the ability to get up close and personal. Wonderful. Thank you so much. That way you could hear Laura and Brandon there on the speaker or the microphone. So yeah, one of the things about Xplorer that is extremely beneficial is the ability for being able to get up close and personal with the vehicle. So I can literally head right inside of the car. I can take a look. I'm just gonna move right here, and so I can take a look around inside of the car. If I wanted to, and of course this isn't where the seats normally are, but what happens is with the expansion, these seats are moving outwards. And to give you an idea of what the expansion's doing, I can actually bring the car back in and show you how the expansion is working. So if I come right down, I'm actually standing inside of the Tesla myself right now. This is giving you a quick view of the 2 front seats. We have the Tesla steering wheel here. Let's see where they are headed. So they are headed to Supercharger Mountain, so over in California. Sounds pretty nice. Then you have your passenger seat. And so what I want to do, I'm going to bring up the expansion here again just to show you. So I'm going to shoot it out a little bit. And I am going to head over to the very front of the car here. So I'm standing inside of the engine at the moment. I'm looking up at the car. And of course, as I mentioned here earlier, I have all these neat tools. So one thing I'd like to do, just to kind of give you a quick idea, is hop back over here to the grab toolbar. Again, I'm going to close my menu. And you're going to see each piece inside of here is going to light up in white. And of course, on your on a computer, it's a little bit easier because it's going to follow directly at your finger. So if I wanted to grab these items, I can actually just start taking apart the whole vehicle, piece by piece. If I wanted to take everything apart, so I'm going to move everything over here behind me. I am going to move just a little bit ahead here. And so I can literally sit here and I can take piece by piece. I can take piece by piece each seat inside of the Tesla. I can take each tire. I can go literally down, and you can make this as advanced or as simplified as you'd like. It can be, as you can see here, we have little bolts. So in this lesson, we have everything together, but you can literally, I'm gonna get a little bit closer here. And so right here, what you can see is you'll see a couple of bolts. So it can be as advanced down to each nut piece by piece. So yeah, you definitely don't want to see me try to put this back together, but I will go ahead and put the chair right over there. So, and we have the door. I put the door up here, didn't I? So I can move the door back down here. And then when I'm done taking the car apart, that doesn't look much like a Tesla anymore. So again, very simple. You can go ahead here and put the car back together. We'll lower the expansion and your Tesla's back together. Very simple. So I'm going to go ahead here. My apologies about that, folks. So we do have a few different things that we can do inside of Xplorer. My apologies. I saw that Disney logo on the first screen there, and it's been on my mind. So I apologize. It keeps kind of hopping into my head there. So you might notice down here on the bottom, this time instead of expand with a little kind of scroll bar, we have animation. So inside of Xplorer as well, we do have animation, and I'll just show you here. I'm going to pull up my drop-down menu, and you can set up all sorts of animations inside of Xplorer. So what's going to happen, I'm going to start with all doors first, and I'm going to press play. And you're going to be able to see movements inside of Xplorer here. So if we go to just the hood, if we want to just the hood, it's going to close everything else. You're going to be able to see the hood open and close. And then we do have several options here. We can, and you're going to notice wheel turns. So I'm going to go with wheel turn left here. And you're going to notice you can do bigger items like all the doors, and down to something as simple as the wheels moving, which is fantastic inside of Xplorer. All right, so what I wanted to do now, I did just want to give you a quick walkthrough inside of here. We've kind of spent a lot of time over here by the Tesla. It's very fascinating, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to hop up here once more just to take a quick peek before we just do kind of a quick walk around. So very detailed. I'm going to kind of move right inside once more, and very detailed. You can actually take a look around inside of the whole Tesla. So where are we here? I'm going to head to the back of the Tesla, and we can go right inside of the car itself, take a look from the back, take a look at the boot or the trunk space here in the back, and really involve ourselves in the lesson. We can come right over here, and this isn't something just for you. As you noticed, Brandon, Laura, they can fly around. They can do this as well. So one more time, just inside of the car itself, through the back here. And again, I'm going to head in through the driver's seat here just to take a look around. So and again, as I mentioned with the nuts and bolts there, it can be as detailed or as minimally detailed as you'd like, which is fantastic. So if you wanted everything to be kind of one piece, you can do that. Or if you were looking down to nut and bolt, it's completely possible to do that as well. So I did just want to kind of do a quick walk around here. We did fly out a little bit further at the start of our lesson to take a look. And so you can see this is a bigger area. And we have gone ahead, this is what we call our kind of technical demo area. And it kind of gives you an idea of the possibilities of things inside of the lesson. So I am going to head right over this way here. And you're going to see we have our greeters here. This is kind of your welcome area. And I can come over here, and I might feel a little bit lonely, so again, I can go ahead up here. I can pull up my group teleport, and I am not so lonely anymore. I have Brandon here right in front of me, and I have Laura here right behind me. So we're going to just kind of head around the area here just to give you a quick overview of the items that are possible. As they're on PC and mobile, their flying is going to be a little bit more kind of direct. With the in the VR experience, it is more of a a teleport. So you got to use the wand here. And I'm just going to come right over here. And my apologies, folks. Let's see here. And so what you're going to see here in front of me, right over here on the right over here in front of me, you're going to see an engine that we have one of our kind of robotic drones. So this isn't anybody, because if you're in a multiplayer, you're going to see the names ahead of them. And then right over here, you have your next kind of drone. He is checking out a I believe it is a rifle. There we go, a rifle. And so what I can do, and it kind of gives you an idea of the things that are possible. So you have an engine over here on the left. You have a weaponry or any sort of machine or mechanical item here right in front of us. And then over here on the right, we have a ship. So it does give you an idea of the things that are possible to bring into virtual reality, the things that you can do, such as like a walkthrough of a factory or the walkthrough of a ship that we have here. Let's just continue around. So I'm going to pop right around the corner here, and we're going to head down this way. And so one of the things that you might have noticed in that video at the very start of Xplorer is that plane or that vehicle. So we do have that plane does make another appearance right over here. Let's see here. We do have one of our drones taking a look at it there at the moment. And as you saw with the expansion of the Tesla, you can expand the engine, expand the propeller, expand whatever you'd like inside of the lesson. We're just going to continue right down this way really quickly here. As we continue along, you'll notice that up here from the zoom mode the zoom mode view we had at the very start, you're going to be able to see the top of the item. You're going to be able to see all the movement of the power of Xplorer coming through the tubes just above us here. Let's just continue back around the corner here. And what I'm going to do, I am going to show you what it's like to be inside of Xplorer in not a virtual reality method. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take off my headset here really quickly. And I already have my colleagues Brandon and Laura inside of the lesson, so I'm just going to drop the call inside with them. So what I'm going to do here, menu. All right, so you're going to actually see it's going to go back to the menu of Xplorer here. And this is going to give me the capabilities of actually jumping into my lesson without not using virtual reality. So this, you're going to see two different levels here. You're going to see hosted room and invite. So hosted room means that you are the person that has sent the invitation. And invites would be if another host or someone else invited you to the lesson. So I'm going to go ahead. I am going to unclick Use VR this time, and so I'm going to utilize Xplorer on the computer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to join into the call. And you're going to see I'm going to start down here. So I'm actually going to move out. And so one thing you will notice here with using the PC, it is a little bit, you kind of have a little bit more freedom of movement, well, a little bit more freedom of movement to explore, kind of fly off into the distance, if that's something that you're looking to do. So I'll go here with question 8. We'll kind of continue along with this quiz really quickly. So if I go to question 8, I'm actually going to pop up right over here. And so what kind of battery does the Model X have? So if you know, go ahead, you can write it in the chat now. Let me just take a quick peek at the chat here, folks. So again, I wanted to say thank you very much for joining us, and it's been a pleasure to be a part here with of the ILRN conference, and to be able to share Xplorer with you. Thank you for coming in and learning a little bit more about Xplorer, and kind of listen to me fumble through my words here as I go on. I apologize about that, but it's fantastic to have you here with us. So once I've gone through my question, I can move forward here into my answer. So it actually has lithium-ion batteries. So if I was interested in learning a bit more, what I can do, I can go ahead, I can click the icon. And these batteries have a higher energy density than other batteries, meaning more power in a lighter package. You can find these batteries in smartphones, tablets, cameras, and laptops. So one click again, and that's going to go ahead and that's going to drop the menu. So one thing I did want to show you here, as I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I was having some trouble there opening here we are. So question 4, this one kind of gives you a great demonstration of one of the things that we can do inside of Xplorer. It's great for bridging the connection between the real kind of the physical item and the virtual world. This can be videos of the physical product in a factory, or videos of the physical item that again, kind of going back to that, providing a safe atmosphere, an area that you're not going to be able to bring lots of people in to see. So industrial equipment, equipment that you might need particular training or special courseware completed to take a look at. Oh, my apologies there. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at question 4 here. So one click again, and it says, why does the placement of the car battery matter? And that's a very fascinating and great question. And so moving forward, what we'll see is the battery placement allows for the Model X to have a low center of gravity. This unique center of gravity prevents the car from rolling in the event of an accident. So now the next bubble here is click for a video. So this is kind of going back to Portal about loading in your assets. So Portal isn't just about models. You can bring physical photos or videos of a physical, your physical machine or physical car inside of Xplorer. So one click, this is going to bring up a video, and so we can actually play videos inside of Xplorer. I can expand that video up for people to take a look at and to experience kind of to bridge that connection between the virtual and the physical. Amazing. It's great to be able to bring these videos in to really show an experience. And so one of the benefits of having this video, of having this feature of bringing in photos and videos is, say that you wanted to build something or create something, but the kind of completed or finished product is not ready or hasn't been brought all together. You can take videos of several different components, and you can actually bring that together in the virtual in a virtual experience. You can, the nice thing about Xplorer is that you can go ahead and you can actually make videos of yourself doing this, of going through this experience. And so I can go ahead, I can record myself, and I can actually walk around inside of here. So if I wanted to show them first, kind of do like a welcome demonstration, continue forward, show them different things like the engine here, and even go as far as to pulling my grab tool here and seeing, taking apart the different items inside of inside of the Xplorer demonstration. I can do that as well. So I'm going to continue along here, and I apologize I wasn't able to go this close a few minutes ago, but you'll be able to see the amount of detail, and I did mention this earlier with the nuts and bolts, so I can take apart each and every piece inside of here. I can and you can get up nice and close to experience it, and so that's one of the things here. I'm just going to move up a little bit closer to show you how small you can get down. So you're going to notice here all these tiny little pieces right here, so right down to the nuts and bolts of the item, and that can be any item as well. And so as I mentioned, you can as well do the ship here. You can walk right in here. You can do and so this is a tiny model inside of a large model, of course, but this can be done much larger. You have your plane here, which you can kind of come right up on close. You can come in to take a look at that engine. You can take a look at the machinery on the wheels, and as we continue on, that engine as well. If you wanted to perform a demonstration in here, you can actually set up a whole workshop. So as an instructor, I'll come right over here. This is going to be my desk, and again, I want my students have wandered off. They want to see how far away they can get from the main point before we start. So thankfully, I have that group teleport item, and so what I'll do, I'll go with the line here, and my apologies, I went a little too far there. Group teleport. And right here, so you'll see Laura and Brandon are now with me in my classroom, and I can go ahead here and switch back to my grab tool and go ahead and start taking apart this. I can explain it to them. If I wanted to kind of put everything back together here, one click, that's back together, and I can go and switch to things such as X-ray, and so with one click I can actually start X-raying. So we can take a look at the internal pieces here. If I wanted to kind of bring certain attention, I can go ahead and I can make those items glow as well. So if I wanted to make sure they knew what I was talking about, I can go ahead and say, do you see the large green glowing item? This item right here. And after I'm done talking about it, I'll go ahead and turn that off as well. So I can go ahead and clear the effects here as well, as I'm going through my lesson. So I think I've kept Laura and Brandon inside of my lesson here a little long, and I'd like to say thank you guys for helping me out today. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you from ILRN for coming out today to experience Xplorer with us, this immersive application to really involve a learner, to involve a student, to get someone truly immersed in the experience of their learning. And what I wanted to do really quick, I just wanted to share a quick quote before we go, and it's actually very it kind of relates back, and it's one of the things I think about when I am going through Xplorer. And so what it is Benjamin Franklin quote. And he says, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn." So once again, thank you very much, folks, for coming out today. It's been an absolute pleasure to share Xplorer with you, and I thank you very much for your time. And of course, we encourage you to ask any questions in the chat. Don't hesitate to get a hold of us through the website Xplorer.studio. If you would like more of a one-on-one or more of a personal tour, myself, one of my colleagues would be more than happy to take you on that one-on-one and really involve you inside of the Xplorer application. One last time, thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you, and we can do this kind of more personally or one-on-one, where we can both be involved in the conversation instead of just kind of more of a one-sided thing. Thank you very much, and have a great day, folks.